place, see if there's anything worth collecting, worth buying before we set off.
I mean, it's not an amazing town market.
Have you lived here long?
No, I'm just passing through. I just noticed it. It's not great. I mean, not compared to the beautiful town of Cloworth. It's a really, really lovely place.
When is this Cloworth place?
It's just a nice town. It's not that near here. I quite like it. Has the second largest hand-wound municipal clock in the entire of South Westphalian. I mean, I don't like to blow the town's trumpet too much, but it's pretty good.
I want to go to the marketplace with Marcus. That's cool.
I'll see what it's got.
Let's go to the market.
It's coming up to late morning. Not many stalls up, to be honest, but it's really mostly people just trading utilities, things like breads and grains and meats, things people can live by, some rough clothing.
Any armor and weapons? Potions?
No, this doesn't seem like the village that would really be stocking a lot of armor, weapons, potions. If anything, very simple weapons like,
Maybe occasional
daggers
short
and
axes.
And maybe a sort of
Tools rather than weapons.
Well, if we're fighting a vampire, then it
Golden
might be
Boy,
worth.
don't-
If we're fighting a vampire, which we definitely are,
Hey, Golden Boy, do you want to buy anything?
might be worth getting like
I'll
an
steal
amulet or
some.
something, because
I'll steal
vampires
some.
don't
You're
like
gonna
that.
try
He's
to
literally
fish?
golden boy now.
Marcus, I
Yes?
want you to roll straight perception.
Trying to pickpocket the old lady.
I got no one.
Pickpocket her.
You got a nat
Oh,
one.
he's a thief. Oh, he's a thief, isn't he?
What do I do? Like trip
It's
over my
alright, yeah.
shoelaces or something?
He trips over his eyes.
You stumble and you fall. And you look like a bit of crap.
I imagine like night one of
And-
perception is like you
Can I-
stare
can
at
I-
the sun
can I-
for
can
10
I do a
seconds
You
straight
fall
line.
over.
Can I do a strength test to see if I can like grab it, so it grab him and like pick him up, so it looks like I stumbled and I'm grabbing them up? Yeah, because I'm so bloody strong.
You may.
19. So I, as
Very
a
good.
guy,
You-
oh, thanks, Marcus, for
21.
holding me up.
Whilst
give you
this is
a nod
going
of-
on,
nod of
all the
approval.
attention is obviously at the local. There's a little fish stall. Looks at this little bit of mild commotion.
Can I try and pick
Whilst
what else
doing
is going on?
so, Yen just comes in and he's just like, I like that mackerel. And he just takes it. He just takes a mackerel.
It's just a fish. It's a little bit of mackerel. It's not going to do anyone any
Are you
harm.
going to give it to your new
Okay.
bird buddy, or are you going to be selfish?
I'm going to hold on to it.
No, it's dickhead.
He's chaotic.
He's going to walk around with rotting
Okay.
mackerel.
I guess if there's nothing here worth purchasing,
hunt
then
small
shall we
rodents.
move out to the forest?
No,
Yeah,
very,
but I mean,
very
you
cool
can't see
question.
through
You've got a really
Smoked.
carrying voice.
You're going to roll for smoked.
Smoked.
Oh,
What?
How big are the trees? Can I fly between the trees?
Yes, you can fly between the trees.
Yeah, are we
You can
talking
fly
like
near the top of the canopy. So who's in front? It's
Bryn!
Bryn in front.
Value in Welsh!
Then I'm about 30 feet behind him.
You-
I'll,
Yeah,
I
I'll,
thought-
I'll probably be somewhere between those two.
I'm just going to be circling, just keeping an eye on the flanks and the rear.
I'm slower. I'm thinking that I'm dropping back.
Every time he lags behind, I pick him up by the scruff and fly him back forward a bit.
Just drop him.
Progressively from higher heights.
Bryn, I've got to ask.
Yeah.
I know you're checking, perceptioning ahead for enemies and whatnot. Are you checking for anything?
Traps. Looking for
Ambushes.
looking for the ropey that gets your leg. And
Not falling for that again.
And also all the other malarkey that could befall an adventure in the forest. I got 11. I just eat a load of spikes now.
You know what?
You're dead.
It's
And he's out.
it's a pretty
Okay.
obvious.
See you later, guys.
It's a pretty obvious trap. It's a snare.
I have very high athletics, so I can do an
So
athletics.
you can.
test.
You're just about to step on it. And then
You're
you're
good
like,
at
oh
shot
no! Not today, goblins!
Hurdles.
So you quickly avoid a little snare.
The snare has been triggered then. Like, we don't have to keep an eye out for it as well because he's not said it.
Yeah, no. He's
I
he's
haven't
set
had
up.
a chance, mate. I was choking because Sam was making me giggle.
I'm going to call a halt to the party and, make everyone stop and be quiet and listen out, see if we can hear anything. Seeing as noise has been made, I want to make sure that we haven't, alerted anything to our presence that's now making a racket. As it
I was
comes
being
towards us.
stealthy
So,
already.
I guess perception.
Yeah.
Do we all roll?
Natural one! Again!
Natural one.
Do we all roll
7.
perception?
You can all roll perception.
A gentleman's 7.
7.
The
Right.
7 is
2
the highest we
I got a
there.
4.
Okay.
Wait, so has everyone just rolled below 10?
Yeah.
Everyone was looking
Oh,
inwards.
wow!
Everyone roll below 10.
I'm,
Okay,
my guy's,
you
my
guys-
guy's having a trouser incident.
You guys don't hear. Oh my god.
For fuck's sake.
You guys
Yeah,
don't
fuck
hear
all.
anything beyond him shouting.
That's where we are.
But Marcus,
So safe.
God, you hear someone's right behind you right now. It's terrifying, and you turn around and it's just
I turn
Right,
around,
right,
I turn
it's
around
just
and draw
right.
my... I
I'm
turn
not
around
Just
and
reckon
draw
it's
my...
playing part of us again.
Rats
It should be
walked, and that set you off, and you were like, oh, and you've drawn a blade on Rack.
Yeah, I've just... up against his neck. I assume he's within sort of.
I'm above you. I'm
No, he's
flying.
above, he's
Sure,
above.
what I was.
Mate,
Makes sense.
you're
Do it
above.
to
Okay,
me.
I've
It makes
just drawn
it makes
my
sense.
sword and
around.
like-
Cuts
And
the top of
You,
your
yes,
hat
you lop off the tip of my hat.
I'm gonna roll intimidation.
For chopping
Oh my
off-
god, another natural one! I try and like.
I find it
yourself.
fucking
Is that
hilarious.
I try and intimidate Ross by saying, "Don't you forget it."
Marcus gets terrified. He swings around with his sword, chops off the tip of Brad's hat, and he's like, "Oh, don't you forget it." And then he farts.
I'm going a bit red in the face, and it's
Yeah.
like, let's get moving again.
Okay, you keep going, and
Two nat ones
Bryn
in a
and
row.
Yen, and actually Rack, all roll perception.
Oh, fuck.
2 4.
Oh my god!
6.
That is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6
I
rolls.
went 2 2s in a row.
That's 6 as
That's 9 rolls in a row that have not been above a 7.
You might be like just distracted by the things in your head and everything, but you're walking along.
Boobs.
Yep, you're thinking boobs.
Beverly tits.
And what happens is
Some
suddenly
people have feathery tits.
you're walking along the little forest path, and suddenly a small goblin, also completely oblivious to your presence, walks across the road, and he just stands next to a tree, just gets his little thing out,
Goblin wiener out.
You're
goblin
touch it.
goblin out, and
A little
just
goblin.
starts to pee, and you guys are just frozen. And you're like what? And then the goblin, peeing midstream, slowly turns around to see it.
And he can see us, right?
Is this,
And
He
he can
noticed us.
see you, and
is
you
this
guys
past
can
tense,
see
so
him.
this has happened now?
So this has just happened.
Okay, so I
yes.
can't do like a stealth test to see that I can't just like sneak.
You can personally do a sneak test, yes. If you
I'm guessing, can I do it as
Try,
well?
like-
And he hasn't seen me because I'm flying above. He probably
It was 20 for the slightest of seconds that it went to 2.
Can I roll as well?
Okay.
Because I'm
So
being
I just
stealthy.
trip up.
I'll also do a
Can I do a stealth check? Because I'm being stealthy and flying.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Finally!
8 plus 6.
And just
14.
disappears. And just like,
he does this
And
goblin,
will you just
So he doesn't look up.
he does not look up, he does not see you. He's
Yeah.
now perched on a branch. Ben, he sees this, and just before the goblin turns his head, he's like, quick thinking, dives into a bush. You look at this, and you think, well, I'm going to do that as well. And you just trip, and you just kind of fall on the side, and you awkwardly just... You're lying there as the goblin now turns around looking at you guys.
What, so like draw me like one of your French girls? sort of
Exactly,
pose?
that's the thing. This goblin's just...
Is he armed?
He is now speechless for like a second or so. Is
Am
there
I
anything
able
you
to
guys
grab
want
him
to
with
do?
his stealth?
How far away is he from us?
20 feet. Rod,
rolling like
what are you
20
going to
something.
do in this split moment
In this
which
split
he is
second,
speechless?
right, I'm
Can you
gonna.
make him fall over?
I've got a spell called Mould Earth, which lets me dig a 5-foot hole. If I could dig a pit underneath him, that would be amazing.
You're like, this is my time to shine. This is it. I've done that cool frosting the glasses trick, now it's time for this. And you make a little hole right underneath the goblin, and he loses his footing all of a sudden, and he just falls over, like chest falling on the ground now as he's fallen into the hole.
Awesome.
And he gives a little, you dick!
I'm gonna move to hide in a bush.
And then instantly you just run into a bush and he drops down.
I go, you're welcome!
I'm going to scan the area to check for anything
Great.
else.
There is a clearing beyond, and in that clearing you see 4 goblins there with a warg. And what a warg is,
Like a giant wolfy thing. Doggy
yeah,
horse
but
things.
it looks a bit different. It's got like a maybe snarl face. It's also got a big like hunch as well. What it looks like they're doing is they seem to be burying stuff into a hole there and just talking to themselves, and they don't seem to have noticed anything yet.
So I turn to the others and quietly say,
Ben gets it. Ben's like,
do you want to do anything?
okay, I'm going to swoop down and attack him, little bastard.
So you just go straight in there.
So I
and
dive down
claw-
and claw him with my talons.
Claw goes straight into the back of the head, and he's suddenly he's motionless.
and he's already in this grave.
And that's so basically...
He's already in his pre-dug grave.
So I've swung down,
All
kind
over.
of talons first, clawed his goblin and said, more goblins over there.
Brilliant.
My character's going to sprint up to the rest of the party then.
I kind of want. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of wanted to talk to him. So like, just in future, sometimes I understand claws, yeah, but like
There's more
sometimes.
goblins. There's more goblins approaching.
Sometimes the
Oh,
fist.
get one of those. Okay.
In that case, I propose a plan of action. Bryn and I will deal with the warg. Rack, would you be able to pick up one of the goblins?
Yes.
With Yen
Oh,
and
hang on.
Guard, would you be able to
Oh,
handle
straight,
the
straight,
other three?
I like
Yeah,
this plan. I
And
can't.
Don't need to kill
So that's
them.
saving
We'll
throw.
help out as soon as we can.
Who's strength where you
But
make
just
it
keep
on
them
there?
I
Plus three on
propose an alternative. I just open. Let's have a little conversation. Back
Little
and
power.
forth. I don't think it's bad ideas. How about we set up a trap and one person goes ahead and lures them back into you? We can set up a trap here.
I like that idea.
Dig a couple of pits. I can. This is an idea. I really quite like this one.
Or can we
I can
stealthy?
dig a pit and then put an illusion of the ground over the top of the pit using my minor illusion, and then they run it.
Yes.
Okay.
I like
Or we
that.
could use the element.
Sounds
Or we
good.
could use the element of surprise
But
and
we
stealth.
could sneakily attack one and then run away. Marcus, explain what we're doing.
So, Rod here is going to make a pit and cast an illusion over the top. I will stand just behind the pit, shield up, sword ready, give them something to charge at, something to look at. Then we need someone who's basically going to lure them out and help them start chasing them, or at least coming in the direction of the pit. And then anyone who's got ranged
shall I wait?
weaponry behind me shooting.
Whilst we've been talking about this, Jens kind of just sort of looked back at the clearing, and he can just about see that they're curious as to where their friend went. And you hear one of them shout out, "Where's Bob? He's gone!"
Well, they're going to come looking for him anyway, so
All right,
quickly
I'm
says,
gonna
"Let's do that."
I'm gonna
So
quickly
we
dig a pit. So we're on the path. I'm gonna do it at the narrowest bit of the path, so that they can't go around it that easily. So then I'll cast the illusion. That lasts for 1 minute.
At this point, I'm going to use my sneaky hide skills to hide on the other side of the pit, so I'm going to attack them from behind. Everyone else is behind the pit.
Yeah.
I can get in front of the pit and hide
But in a tree. Yeah,
so I can
that's
then go
fine.
half.
Sam,
Yeah,
Sam,
I'm going to bob here.
Sam
Ready to
should
chase
do something similar. Yeah.
Sounds like floating.
And Sam's kind of perches right next to you.
I'll just yell out something like, "Who's there?" Just to
Oh,
get their
yeah.
attention.
What about an e-cigarette?
Who's asking?
I'm gonna roll performance and say it's Paul.
You may, yes.
That's
Because this is gonna go really well either way. Why would
Oh my god, another low roll. I got 7.
So what do you say?
Not bad. That's 66%.
It's Prov? Is that the rest of you?
That's total. Such a problem.
This is total bullshit. Who are you and where's Bob?
I turn to Bryn. I think they bought it.
Slow nod and wink.
Okay, so now these goblins in the wall are getting ready to attack. They're going to come advancing towards your position now.
Weapons drawn.
Weapons.
Are they actually ready to attack, or
Well,
are they just
they are
cautious?
drawing weapons and they're saying, "Seriously, who are you guys? Or we're gonna mess your shit up."
I'm standing behind Marcus, and I just lean around and go, "We killed Bob. We're gonna kill you too. Sorry, I didn't mean it." And just tuck my head back. I sort of.
I
confidence
roll
and then
performance
pull
again.
back
We're
in
just
it.
harmless travellers travelling through the woods.
Okay, but is it worth it? Because he's just said that they killed Bob and they're gonna
I
kill
turn
him.
around and just slap him around the back
Fine,
of the head.
well-
Shut up.
No,
Well,
taking
hey,
my hat's
go
on
for
it.
Yeah.
Go
Oi,
for it.
Nobed, want a talent in your piss pipe?
Oh my god.
on your back.
4 + 2. They don't buy it at all.
Embarrassing.
I have not rolled a single roll about a 10 this session. Not one.
just a helpful traveller.
I don't know, maybe they hear me drawing my sword or something like that. I'm just a harmless traveller. Shh.
We can see you! And they come, now everyone wants to roll initiative.
I'm psyching myself up. So I'm doing that.
Alright, so, Yen, you see... You
The
see
traditional
me
goblin
changing
charm.
soundtracks.
Jesus Christ, Tranter.
I will take out my short bow and I'll shoot at the goblin who's talking.
Oh, crit natural.
Oh,
twenty.
crit.
And it just goes straight between the eyes.
Nice.
He collapses on the ground. And the other goblins are like, shit! So now it's the warg's turn. So this warg, it is running straight for Marcus. It's
5
got
foot
this
square.
tunnel vision.
5 foot-
And it
5 foot
runs.
cube.
Suddenly its front paws go below the surface of the earth. And it gives this little worried grunt. And it just collapses straight into the hole and it's prone. And now we've got to Bryn.
So I'm gonna, for my bonus action, rage, get really grumpy. I can just jump down and try and kill it.
You get your glaive, you thrust it true and straight right into its ribcage, and it roars in pain. And the warg was not a fan of that, to be honest. It is looking like it has taken a fair bit of damage from that blow.
I hurt an animal.
Yay, animal cruelty!
The only thing I have is movement, so I'm just gonna move so I'm on the side of the hole where everyone else is.
In that case, I'm going to jump down into the hole, roaring a battle cry, and I go to attack it.
What are you attacking it with?
A rapier.
You get your rapier, and how do you want to finish this thing off?
I guess I stand up over it and just plunge it straight down into its spinal column and the neck.
You roar a battle cry. This war. Wolves are usually pretty fearless animals, but in this moment, having tripped up and having had some dick just jump down and fucking stab at it with a glaive, it looks visibly very worried, and you roar, it whimpers, you thrust down your rapier in the spinal column, and it just slumps to the floor dead.
What I'm thinking, I've got to think, kind of jump down him, put your foot on his neck, and stab him in his skull, and say if these boots were made for warging.
Yes, there it is.
Right, fine, I'm
There it
happy
is.
with that.
Point of inspiration.
You say these boots are made for walking, and Sam gets an
Hang on,
inspiration die.
So
Yeah,
I kind of like to tie that in
yeah.
with an intimidation against the remaining goblins, just look them dead in the eye and say something like that.
But to be fair, this is the downside of being in a pit. All it's seen is, what do you think, guys? It's the equivalent of
Okay,
if I was
so
just like,
yeah,
yeah, how do you like this?
15 plus
That's enough now.
19 on my intimidation.
You got 19. Okay.
These
As
boots
Rod
make
said, it could look questionable from your angle, but the goblins,
You got blood up. You got a splatter of blood up your
Yeah,
face.
They see the blood splatter.
They see the blood splatter, and you put the fear of the gods in them. They're terrified. They're still going to come.
I might use a range attack then. From my position above them in a tree, they still haven't seen me yet. Just get one of my monk darts, which I fashioned out of, I don't know. A bit of claw and one of my own feathers, and just throw it down towards them.
And so you throw a dart, and how do you finish this goblin off?
I throw it down, hits him in the throat, and I say, try goblin that.
Sam, you're not going to make part of everything just in
You're
case
supposed
you
to
get
be really uncharismatic as well.
I am, aren't I?
That's
no,
what
you're
you're saying
I
in your
tried-
head and what
That's what I
comes
said in my head, but actually I'm
bit in your mind.
Yeah!
In your head, that's one of like the classic war cries.
Okay, no. I say, gobble on that. What are you gobbling or whatever? What did I say?
What you got? It's gone a lot less eloquent.
What did I say?
It's good in every situation.
Try goblin that.
What was it originally?
That was it. Try goblin.
And you just said what you
Alright, what you got?
Okay, sounds like a fantasy game show.
Unfortunately, I say it in Aarakocra, in my own native tongue. Ben understands it, finds it hilarious, but the goblins aren't any more intimidated. Everyone's just like, I throw it, and actually what I say is... Wait,
Straight to the throat. Yen, you find this hysterical! This is amazing! That pun!
Apparently that was a swan.
Ben, roll to see if you give away your position.
The goblins decide against advancing any
I'll
further.
remember, because I'm pretty
Yeah,
good.
because you probably need to pick it up again.
They're thinking about retreat now, but before they actually start retreating, they put out their short bows. First attack's gonna go to Bryn. Yep, misses.
Sweet.
The arrow. Boop. The other goblin, they're gonna go for
What?
You just shoot them
Yeah.
with a bow.
Yeah, because I took that
again.
from my...
That one just straight into the fucking bushes.
I just look kind of exhausted.
So that intimidation, that's good.
Ben's reaction to being shot was just.
They turn
Looks
to
like a
run.
parrot.
And they yell, "Fuck this!" And they're off. And so now it is down to Rod as they're running away.
I think he might get overexcited and cast a grease. I think why not? So it covers a 10-foot square and it's got a range of 60 feet. So I'm going to put it out somewhere in front
Just as
of.
they're about to run into
Like I'll put it like 5 feet in front of them, or from wherever they are.
So they're both running, and one of them just instantly, like a comedy banana peel slip, just foot in the air, head going backwards, and just lands on the ground head first. But the other one, seeing this just beforehand, he manages to be more careful about running across, and he's completely fine. He is currently in the grease, but he hasn't fallen prone. And now we are back to the top of the round. It is Yen.
Okay, well, I'll move on to the edge of the grease. I'm going to take the short bow out and fire the running one. And 8 damage.
Yen, how do you heroically kill this fleeing goblin?
Just while I'm moving, I don't even stop. I'm just like...
Without even breaking a sweat, you bring it out, boom, right through the back, and collapses to the ground. So now we are down to just this prone
I'll
goblin.
turn my attention to the prone one and say, you might as well give up now.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so I turned to the rest of the group whilst the goblin's still there, and I asked them, so what did you find?
Yeah.
What did the bodies have on them? What was in this treasure pit?
He picked up this really cool little totem. Look, show him. It's a really cool little totem thing he found.
I Did I?
Yeah, you did. It was like a little black and had little purple things. Oh, look,
Found
you're
some
just
food.
so.
Oh, you
just
mean
so-
this? And I produced a smoked mackerel.
We're trying to make her face smaller.
She's best.
You can't.
She's best from the
She's
front.
best like that. You can't ruin her look.
No.